Okay, this is some things I've learned about Qwapa and tips I hope will help people. I just wanted to find a flat ground area just off of Abernathy Farm. Reason why is because I'm fresh out of the vault and I'm only level 2, which means I can't build a chemistry station because I've got Free Crafter, so I stole theirs. But what I was looking for was a place with decently flat dirt, and I've got Simple Seasons white just because it makes finding bodies easier, especially if they're in the bushes or whatever. They don't blend in with the damn ground. But what I've done is got the build anywhere workbench, and in here, if you don't have Qwapa or you're doing it for the first time, under utility right up above cutting fluid is a make Qwapa, which I needed to pre-do stuff, so I can't show you that. And then there's another one for the build anywhere workbench, which is what I've used, and STC scrapped the Commonwealth and STS to clear this little area out. But what I have found out is, if you notice, I have 2 different setups, and if you look at my lines of my floors, not sure if you can see that with my color of pink, but purple or whatever it is. But this one is pretty much facing north, south, east, west, which I've learned Qwapa is based, the tilt tool is based off of. This one over here is, if you look, it's off, which causes problems because, let me show you what I did over here first. I started off on both of these with one of these and went off of it, but I don't have my Nuka Girl suit, and carrying these you can't jump. I've also gotten rid of USO and all my other build mods, so this is pretty much a straight up vanilla all DLC build. And I just added this so I can walk up it. But as you see, because this is off, that east-west, these are all off. And I'll get into that a little bit more in a little bit. But over here, because of my east, south, northwest, this looks fairly decent. It gets off a little bit more as you go higher. Stupid sun, stupid tower. Power of build anywhere, right? And scrap the Commonwealth. There we go. No more shadow. I forgot I don't have my suit. But okay, well, what I want to show you is I use the bread boxes. I've used typewriters too, but with this setup, lets me build these up belts. And as I go up, hopefully I don't fall off. It gets off the more and more I do it. You can kind of see it. One way is a little worse than the other, but as I get higher up here near the top, I left the, you can really see the tilt there, and I left this last one out just to show you. So I was going to the right, even a left turn won't matter. See how that's off? Just a little bit. And I pull that up, and there you can really see it's off. if I put this back down, even a straight belt, you can see the off when I place it because it's lit up, but other than that, it's a little hard to tell. But anyway, on to the demonstration. Now, if that's too steep for you, I have found these shack roofs, which I like to place this wall, warehouse wall. It works on that one, but you have to have a upper lower floor for them to attach. However, though, if you want to place the wall in this one, because it's a little bit higher, you have to place the wall first, then the shack roof, and those are, oops, under your normal wood roofs. There's a couple of them. And I mostly took off the USO just so the load time so I could show you. But now, what I've done here is to get this nice tilt. Let me see. Oh, I set up several stuff. Anyway, as long as I don't touch the right stick, and let's just say I move this. Manufacturing conveyor belts. I learned that we get rid of this. If you make one of these and I'm sorry, I'm not the best commentator. Let's see, I drop a bread box, turn my light off. But if you pick it up and you let it drop, typewriters I found will do the same thing. I think that alarm clock I used in my last one had a, I think it worked too, but sometimes that sticks, so you want to pick it up, let it drop, and it pretty much settles itself. Then, while you don't have it grabbed, hit your Qwapa select, going to make static. Now, if I come over here, and then your Qwapa general select post. And the reason why I want to do this on the ground, because if you lay these out on concrete floors, I want to say 8 times out of 10, you'll pick up the floor instead of the belt. So it's always best to have a settlement where you can place it that way. And see, it actually went the right way. But now if I take this, which this one's already been, I laid it out straight, but it attaches low like that. That looks pretty straight. You need any other type of belt, it doesn't really matter. And you know what, let's use a straight belt. Just a regular straight belt. If we attach it to that, well, that don't quite line up, but because it's tilted, it's actually still straight. It's actually still straight like this. So what I'm telling it to do is to pick up this end over here and attach to this belt, which for some reason it works and lines up. it puts it on that. And then if I go up to that, can't jump on them, but that's pretty good and lined up. And let's see, power. I got Crimson Riders, convenient power and electricity, so I don't have to build a wall. It's somewhere, where is it? What he did was he took the regular switch and made it produce 10. He also took this regular switch pylon and made it produce 10. So if I attach to this, because this belt's attached, it will power it. No power. Power. But the problem is you can only use these for up, because this belt is not connected to this belt. Even if I set it down like that, which now nothing's going to line back up. So I've got to drop this back down and move it back up. And like I said, it'll power anything else connected to these belts, but oh crap, I got one over here. So we'll use it. Now, round items obviously probably won't go up it. I haven't tried yet, but I still think they'll just roll. Oh. I guess that was too long. I mainly use it. Yeah, I see it jump. I mainly use it for, I can transport bodies up it. But anyway, onto these walls. A little trick I've learned is just lay it down up against it, and then you can actually walk it. I've not got it selected, so it ain't moving, but you can actually walk up to it. There, it's not squared up, but if I walk into it again, I can kick and square it. Then what I'm going to do is, I Qwapa selected it, but what I want to do is move it up just a little bit. Kick it, make sure it's up against the wall. Qwapa select, make static. Over here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll drop it, kick it up against the wall. Excuse me, make static. Now, go back into workshop. Make tilt, which should throw on this one. Which good, this one's going to be pointing the other way, so I'll show how that actually works too. Let's make two of them like that. Okay, then I've got two belts sitting in here, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to select this one now and come over here. This was the main reason I took off the USO. Just for the damn load times. Oops. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Alright. Now, if you notice, this one's pointing down, but it's not really gonna matter. And oh yeah, I forgot about this one over here. Or did I do it with this one? I think I did it with that one. I don't remember. Yeah, I must have. But I did the thing over here. I just kept the bread facing the same way. And the same way. That way I got one going each direction. And like I said, even though this is different, it will still work. Let me clear out some of this. And I'll use these. So I need one going that way. And maybe one going that way because of the difference. I'm not sure. But remember I did two, right? See how there's still one there? So you can do multiple ones. But now this is facing the wrong way. So it's more like a down belt. But if I rotate it, it will function as an up belt. And like I said, any piece will do. Up just a little bit. There you go, slightly lower belt. This one over here is even a slightly smaller, lower angle. Yes. I guess what I should do is just show you the height difference. Even slighter. As you can tell, I hope that there's just a slight difference in the heights. I guess I could have done something more better and ran them together, but two different up belts. And if you're moving bodies, like up this top one, what I found is if you place something in the corner, because when they come around, their feet or arms seem to want to drop off the corners, and then they'll get stuck here. So I can do that all the way up. I've also, I know in USO, that here with Qwapa 2, you get the good old PA post, which didn't attach to anything. Wall corner attach. I know in the USO, there's one of these like warehouse walls that don't have the windows. Not sure if the windows are going to screw it up, but you can also do this. Somewhat, you get the idea. I'm not going to make it perfect yet. I'd still leave it attached just in case, but that actually looks pretty good. Now the thing about the PA tool, see if I can pick it. It will not let you post while it's red. See how it got away from it? But if you go into holding the left one, right one, fine adjustment mode, it brings it back to red. And you just got to get it to where it's clear like that. Detach it, save it. I also wanted to say that I forgot, so I'll drop another bread box. When you pick it up, if it's not quite right the way you want, you hold your left and right, it rotates this way. Just in case you didn't watch my other videos, you press left 3, it'll rotate the other directions, and if you press left 3 one more time, it'll rotate that way. Twisting, I don't know, tilting I guess, and front to back. There are 3 axes it relies on. I just want to drop it. There we go. But now, like I said, you got to find, I got lucky with my marina settlement that I've been working on, that it was actually a north, south, east, west settlement. This one, I did the same thing, loaded up a couple of them. But basically, This first one was off a little. The second one seemed to be off a little more. Off more. It gets hideously worse as I go further up. And let me see. I need one. I need this one. So, oops. As I watch this, usually I watch them before I post them. Probably find something else I missed, but I think I did a pretty good detail in covering it. I hope somebody can make sense out of this. But man, those are... Okay, let's see how far. Yeah, that's way off. So, like I said, make sure, and I'm thinking the reason why it's off as I got further up is just because I'm not quite north, south, east, west. I might be just a little bit. But when you build your factory or whatever you're going to use, clear out a hole, you make one of these, which I've said before, and you attach whatever belt you want, and that will have them squared up with your corners and your walls so that you're not... Well, yeah, I forgot I don't gotta wait 10 minutes for it to load. God, I wish I could leave USO off. Like this. If I'm like this, it looks kind of square. It's hard to tell sometimes. Then as I get further down here, you know, to see how crooked it is, I'm going to wind up being into wall and be like, damn it, now I got to redo the whole thing. But if you do this little trick and you place it, no matter what, it'll still be the same all the way down your settlement. Now, if I could only find a way to lay conduit that way, I'd be in business. Let's see, I covered this. I covered those. I showed you how to build one of these and do this, which actually I think this little one would have more use just because oh, crap, I can't build any machines, can I? There we go. Hey, I can build one at least. But what I was wanting to say was what do I need? Conveyor belt. Which we all know. At least I hope everybody knows about this little trick for pulling stuff out of the recyclers in manufacturing overhauled. But what I was wanting to say is with this little belt right here, wrong way. What do I want to do? I know. I'll put another one on here, which it has to be the powered belt. It can't be a non-powered belt. They will not work. So roughly, it's gonna mess with me. I'm too close to everything else. Damn it. Alright. Should be able to get it like this. Okay. That's pretty close. Now I take this and we put it on the end, do the little up. There we go. Nice little belt return line. And without having to have it drop down and go around and everything else. So, although it does take up extra space. But what I wanted to show was give me just a small flat belt. Which one did I use? This one. That's Qwapa Select. Crap. Let me store. Needless, pointless. You guys probably could have stopped watching 10 minutes ago. Oh. Okay, now that we made that tilt, I want to show is if I attach this to this vacuum hopper, which has power. Oh. Okay then, that will shorten it up. Make a liar out of me, but there we go. And then if you can get belt somewhere. There you go. And I think that little drop might not hurt. There it goes. Throws it on the belt. Hey, I figured something different out. For those of you that stuck around to the end, congratulations. I've also learned, too, that so that was up. Oops. I didn't need to take that. I was going to try and turn it around. I don't know what I was thinking. So, we'll show you again. Static. Alright, my tilt tool. Something I've been playing with, which might be able to cut out the middleman. I don't know yet, but oops. At least I ain't got to wait 5 minutes for a frickin' USO to load up. Alright, we make that tilt. Now. There's one. Now, because I've tried tilting it all different directions. Which now... See, it's still reading it as being straight. So... there we go. Even though that's pointed down, I still think it reads straight across. I've been playing with it with my original factory. Let's put them in there. Let's hook it up and see. Oops, wrong one. But that was my problem with it. Dumbass. Was when stuff come out of there, it was all jumpy. So let's see what happens. Now I'm playing with it and you're falling down the rabbit hole of another useless YouTube video. Let's throw a whole bunch of crap in there. Just to see what happens. Yeah, see, certain items get stuck when it's tipped like that. But it did throw them back on the belt. So, that's something I've been playing around with. But it still reads wherever the normal cross of it is with the vacuum. Because I tried turning one up and down and sticking it underneath, it didn't pull anything out. So it's something I've been playing with. But I've been babbling and acting like a crazy man. So I'm going to let you guys go and hope you can use what I've shown you. Good luck. Any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I'll try and answer them as best I can. Just make sure they're not something simple already in the video. And if Fitzy stayed to the end, I hope this helps. Later.